Hello and welcome to docrafts HQ for another episode of our weekly crafting TV show. Later we'll be joined by Katie Skilton, who's going to show us a really clever mini album using the Tilly Daydream collection. But first I wanted to give you a sneak peek of a new really exciting range that's coming out in September. It's the 12 Days of Christmas collection by Paper Mania and it's just stunning. The range obviously centres around the 12 Days of Christmas song. And my absolute favourites parts are, first of all, these lovely stamps that show all the iconic imagery from the collection, and this hand-cut style as well that's really popular at the moment. So I think that's going to be incredibly popular. I can't wait to use it. Hi Katie, welcome along.
Hello.
Thank you for coming in. Now, what have you got to show us today?
Today I'm going to make a little mini album using the Tilly Daydream collection.
Fantastic.
And I've just added used some mini photographs with it, just to give, really, you could give it, you know, as a special card or something for somebody.
It's perfect first step at scrapbooking
It
as
is,
well.
yeah.
Brilliant. Right, let's get started.
Okay, so what I've done is I've used some 4x4 cards for this, and I've just layered them together to make the concertina.
Oh, I see.
So what I've done is I'm just going to trim 2 centimetres off just the opening part of them, because otherwise they're too wide.
Just to make them a little bit smaller.
Okay, you need to do that with 5 of them actually. Okay.
Thank you.
What you need to do then is you need to start joining them together. So just using some double-sided tape. Just attach it on one of the sides of the card. You just literally overlap.
So just one on top of the next one.
Yeah, and it just gives it some strength then as well. And you just keep doing that with all 5 of them, so you've got a concertina, which is what I've got here.
Brilliant.
Okay. Now obviously we want this to be patterned.
Yes.
So I've just cut some squares, and I'm just going to stick some squares.
These Tilly papers are so cute, aren't they? These are the sort of autumnal ones you've used here.
Yeah, this is all the autumn colours. So then I'm just going to cover each section with some different patterned paper, because it's a lot of this is like patchwork themed, so it's lovely to have all the different patterns.
So you're going to mix and match them?
So I'm going to mix and match, which I've done
perfect.
Here.
That's what you made earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, they look great, don't they?
So what I've done then is I've actually die cut using the parenthesis die.
Very good. Well pronounced.
Yeah, I think lucky. Okay, and I've used the largest one and then the next size down. So
Brilliant.
I'm just going to layer those. I think the brown ink as well, just around the edges, it goes with this autumn theme.
I think pretty much goes with,
it goes
with every
anything,
colour, doesn't
really,
it, brown? I think, yeah, definitely. It's a little bit more subtle than putting a black ink, isn't it?
That's right. Okay, so I'm just going to layer that on top of there.
That looks great.
And actually the pinks even go quite nice, the salmon, orangey pinks.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'm also going to put the purple on this side of it, because that's going to be the inside
of
our album.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take our concertina that we've got, and I've just popped double-sided tape round both of the ends.
Okay.
And we're going to attach this to the die cuts, and that will then become our front and back cover.
You've got like a little book going on there.
Make sure we've got it up the right way. Just really kind of just place it.
Just going to line it up.
Centrally.
Very good.
That. Okay, and then we'll do the same with the other one.
And this looks like a top tip, rather than having to try and worry about arranging them.
Lay it flat.
And just pop them on top. So you know they're going to be lined up perfectly.
It's not going to stand up like that, so we need to cut another one.
No, of course it's not.
I found that out after a while. It didn't occur to me in the beginning. So I'm going to take another one, and I'm actually going to just fold that one in half.
Very clever.
Okay. And then
I'd have been struggling to stand that up all day.
I know, well, I was for a while. It took me a while. We're going to pop that one there. So we're just going to add some double-sided tape onto it, but remember only to put it onto the top half, because your bottom half is showing, and that was also something that I found out first time around a little bit too late. Okay, so we're just going to take this and we're just going to pop it so that we've got a little bit overlap in the bottom.
Yeah. It sort of lines up with the bottom of your covers
and
there.
that will work as your stand.
Perfect, that looks great.
Okay.
Lovely.
Right, so now we're going to just decorate we've got like our blank book now really to decorate.
It's lovely, lovely blank canvas.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm just going to take, I've got some little pictures here that I've printed off.
Lovely.
And we'll just add some tape to those.
I'm always a big fan of any project that includes a few
photographs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thing is, we've all got so many of them, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely. With
Sit
mobile
on your
phones, with
computer.
cameras
Yeah.
as well now.
Okay, I've cut out a couple of hexagons there, just from the pattern.
Oh yes.
Hexagon paper, because we're keeping with the patchwork type theme. I'm just going to stick that on. Okay, so then I'm going to take this as an element, which is off the die cut, the Ultimate Die Cut pack.
Yes.
And I've just literally layered it onto a scalloped circle, because these fit lovely onto the scalloped circle nesting dies, the circles
yeah, that's handy,
in them.
isn't it?
The next page, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little pocket.
Oh, good.
So I'm just going to stick this onto here.
Again, you could maybe pop a little gift in.
Yeah, or tag, or put a little sentiment in
roll
there.
up a £50 note.
Yeah. Okay, so let's pop
See, I think you don't want to be too scared of the thought of it being too scrapbooking.
No,
It's
that's
just,
right.
Scrapbooking is just a bigger or a
Yeah.
slightly more different card, isn't it? Definitely.
So I'm going to take some of this rickrack that comes.
Oh, I love
So
rickrack.
pretty.
Absolutely lovely.
We'll just cut a little piece off.
We've actually got a really awesome project in the July Creativity magazine using rickrack.
Oh, really?
Where, Sarah, who works on the magazine, has made these beautiful rickrack flowers that she's sort of coiled together and then sewn. They're fantastic. So if you haven't seen that yet, do check it out. So in the July issue.
In there.
Oh, you stapled it on. I nearly missed
sorry.
that. Oh, I love stapling things on. Brilliant.
Okay, so I'm just going to write a date on here so that when these photographs are taken, so that as a keepsake.
Because, you know, a few years from now, you're never going to remember.
You won't remember when it was taken. Pop that there.
Oh, that's looking great.
Okay, so I'm just going to, around the flowers, I'm going to take the punch. I'm just going to punch out a couple of the flowers.
Fantastic.
And then using the pokey tool, I'm just going to bend the petals.
Ah, that's a lovely trick.
So it gives it that 3D effect.
Yeah, they look really real then. End up with more glue on your fingers,
Yeah.
don't you?
Okay, and the same for the heart punch. That's lovely for just decorating. I'm just adding a couple in the corner. Literally just add a couple of these.
Very nice.
Into the corner of our photographs. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to decorate the cover of our album.
Good, good. So
Yeah.
make it
Okay,
behave
so
itself.
what I'm going to do is I've taken the little die cut from the Ultimate Die Cut pack.
She's lovely, isn't she?
Popped it all together.
Yes, sir.
Like that. We'll add a little sentiment, again from the die cut pack. I'm just going to add some rickrack again along the bottom.
Fantastic. It's all these little bits and pieces that really make the
just adds
project,
to
isn't
it?
it?
It does.
Makes it
I'm
all
just gonna
look
add some-
finished.
A little bit of glue gun. And we'll turn it over.
Beautiful.
You can pop there like that.
Great.
You know, maybe we just add some adhesive stones just to give it some.
A little bit of sparkle. There we go, there's our finished mini album, we'll call it, mini album card. Brilliant, thank you so much for coming to show us that, that's wonderful. All the instructions for Katie's projects are on docrafts.com and those are exclusive to Creativity Club members. So if you'd like to have a go, do pop along and have a look at all those instructions. Until next time, happy crafting.